Day 2 of the NFL Draft is in the books, so we are grading every team. They've all made a pick now with what they've done so far. First up, Arizona, a B. They will benefit next year with the extra first-round pick. Paris Johnson, like that one. Like B.J. Ojulari. Don't mind Garrett Williams out of Syracuse, by the way. Didn't love Michael Wilson. B is a good draft. I think this is a good draft from the Arizona Cardinals. But I would not consider this a great draft necessarily either. So quality start for Arizona. They've got 5 picks tomorrow. They can still get that coveted A grade. I'm not trying to be too mean. Also not giving away grades either. The Falcons. I actually really like the Matthew Bergeron pick here. I'll give them a B+. Really comes down to how much you value the off-ball running back, or the running back, in Bijan Robinson. Zach Harrison was a little bit early for me. Now, we're only grading so far. The Falcons have a 4th and 2 7ths. So their grade might dip a little bit as we get further along. As we move to the Baltimore Ravens. 2 picks so far, but Zay Flowers and Trenton Simpson were both fantastic picks by the Baltimore Ravens, or at least the Simpson one was. I had him top 40 on my own board. Every year, it's like, oh, the so-and-so got the falling guy. It's always the Ravens. It's always the Baltimore Ravens. So I'm a big fan of what they did. 4th, 5th, 6th, light draft capital for the Ravens. I do like volume. I'm not going to grade on a curve for teams with fewer picks, which is the Ravens. Good for now. I love what the Bills have done. Dalton Kincaid was a better than current draft pick value for me. Osiris Torrance was a top 20 player. We got him at 59. Let's ride, Buffalo. I had Dorian Williams in my top 70. Let me double check. 79, top 80. 3 immense value picks. The issue for Buffalo is they have a 5th and a 6th to wrap things up, but it's a quality over quantity class, and I like it a lot for Buffalo. The Panthers, this is all about Bryce Young. If you love Bryce Young, give him an A. That's fine. I think he's the number 1 quarterback, so I'm fine with it. I was not as high as Jonathan Mingo. I was not as high on T.J. Johnson. They gave up a lot to get. They have 2 picks tomorrow. So for now, it's fine, but I was certainly hoping for more out of Carolina. I like surrounding Bryce Young with talent, but I just wasn't that high on Mingo Johnson. I'm not going to sugarcoat the grades there. The Bears, B-. Darnell Wright is fine as a right tackle. Going Gervon Dexter and Zach Pickens, kind of felt like a bit of an overlap. Where's your edge at? You got 2 4ths, a 5th tomorrow. Find an edge. Maybe you feel better there. I do like the Tyreek Stevenson pick. Not a bad draft, but not the one I was hoping for. Now, who won Day 2 of the NFL Draft? We're grading all 3 rounds. If there's just one Day 2 team you loved, or if you want to mix in round 1, that's fine. Who's the biggest NFL Draft winner so far? Sound off in the comment section right now. The number 1 winner from Day 2 of the NFL Draft. The ad break comes here on YouTube. Take advantage of it. Head down there and let us know. The Bengals. Myles Murphy, immense value. DJ Turner, cornerback from Michigan, also immense value. Jordan Battle was a little bit of a reach for me, but you got a top 20 player and a top 50 player on my board 10 picks later. I ain't getting mad at it. You're looking for a Dax Hill compliment. Battle fits that role pretty well. I'm on board with that pick for the Bengals. Now, draft grades for me are about the draft and the picks. So I'm not including, we traded for this player. We'll factor that in when we do the trade grades when they first happen. It's not about, we got Deshaun Watson. I already counted that. So I will not grade on a curve. Cedric Tillman, Siak Ika, I like those picks. For where they were at, quality draft from the Cleveland Browns. But it's 2/3. So really good picks individually. As a unit, your first pick was 74. Like if it was a first and second round pick, I wouldn't have graded it very well. On a curve, it's probably an A. On no curve, just a C+. Also, the Cowboys get a C+. I like the Mozzie Smith pick. I like the DeMarvion Overshown pick. Luke Schoonmaker for the Michigan Cowboys, the Dallas Wolverines, felt like they wanted a tight end, and they forced it. And that doesn't often go the way you wanted right there. So you can find a guard or running back on day 3. We'll feel better about it for the Cowboys at least. But I don't know what they've done so far. I get the best NFL draft coverage right here on Chat Sports. It is going to be a brutal turnaround. We won't be out of here till 2 a.m. Back in the morning. I'll be up by 6 a.m. for day 3. We'll be wired. Hit that sub button. Every single pick covered right here on Chat Sports. Denver, a B. I like Drew Sanders was a top 40 player for me. Marvin Mims was super high. Riley Moss, getting Sanders carries this grade to a B. Now, Denver's got 2 6th-round picks. It might come back down when they add really just a couple 6th-rounders there. But for no first and just a second, I thought Denver did a really good job. Coward's way out. It is soft. I don't know. I'm not sober enough to make up my mind here yet. I love Brian Branch. He's a top 10 player for me. Jahmyr Gibbs at 12. Jack Campbell. What would LaPorta over Michael Mayer? Weird. I actually had Hendon Hooker at about the same spot in the 3rd round. Broderick Martin was a 3-round reach for me. A lot of volume. I love volume in the draft because if you have 6 chances at a good player, better chance of getting 1 than 3 chances. So, but it could have been so much more. Like Christian Gonzalez and Kalijah Cansey and Michael Mayer and Brian Branch. You're like, that's awesome. But you got Gibbs. You just paid a running back. I don't know what to do. I don't know. You can grade your favorite team in the comments section. I'll make up my mind tomorrow when we do the final draft grades. Green Bay, C+. I got the pick right for Lucas Van Ness. I don't love it. I think he's more upside still. 2 tight ends. Solid value, especially with Tucker Kraft. But you're taking a backup in the 3rd round. Jaden Reed was a reach for me. So it's not bad. I don't actually mind going 2 tight ends, but I was hoping for more there. Houston, 2 picks I love. CJ Stroud. We will ding Houston next year with 1 less first for Will Anderson, but they got I think they would see their 2 best players on their board, 2 and 3. Juice Scruggs at 62? I don't see it. Maybe I'm wrong. It's not the first time I'd be wrong. Tank Dell, I was fine with at 69. Nice. I don't get the Juice Scruggs in round 2. That one brought it from an A down to the B range. Indy, better than Will Levis in round 1. They needed a quarterback. We all knew that there. Richard concerns are very real. I didn't mind Julius Brents. Josh Downs. I adore that pick out of Indy. Not going to count it yet. The Colts have 2 4s, 4 5s, and 2 7s tomorrow. They've traded down a bunch. Indy might finish with an A grade for me, even if I'm not sold on Richardson, which is what it'll be determined by the quarterback, right? But I want to give credit to more than just one pick in the end for the Colts there. The Jags. Anton Harris is not a major reach, but I think you're kind of overreacting to Cam Robinson's suspension. Didn't mind Tank Bigsby at 88. I'm not that high on Bretton Strange. It was Strange and Juice Scruggs back-to-back. Did not love those selections. Luke Schoonmaker went 1 pick before Jacksonville. Did they panic? Or a few picks before Jacksonville? Did they panic? Maybe. The Kansas City Chiefs. B- grade. I am not as high on Rashee Rice. He'll probably be great with Patrick Mahomes. I did like FAU Felix Anudike Yazama out of K-State. Wanya Morris, you needed a tackle. There's upside there, but it was an okay draft so far for the Chiefs. Let's head to the Las Vegas Raiders. I adore the Michael Mayer pick. I was on board with Tyree Wilson. Fine with the Byron Young. Just a little bit early, but I like him more than the other Byron Young. Not everyone does. I do. I think they turned in the wrong Cincinnati receiver on the card. Tyler Scott is better than Trey Tucker. So I hate that pick for the Raiders, but it's still a good draft overall. The Chargers, little early on Quentin Johnston, not by a lot. I do love Tui Peloto out of USC as an edge. And Dan Henley, great value there. So 2 outside linebackers and an inside linebacker. It's a good draft from the Chargers. The Rams, I do like Steve Avila, the guard from TCU. No first-round pick, so a little bit of a ding there. A little early on Byron Young. Kobe Turner's a sleeper. Did not have him top 100, though. So the Rams have a bunch of picks coming up. They'll rally strong come tomorrow. The Dolphins, you got Devon Achane in the third and Cam Smith in the second. Now, I know my boy Will Scott wants an offensive lineman. That is fair. That's great value picks, though, and I wonder if Cam Smith will be your new starting nickel corner. If I had told my boy Will, Devon Achane, Cam Smith, isn't he over the moon? Flip him around, still works all the same. Minnesota, I don't mind Jordan Addison. Mekhi Blackmon was early for me. I know he had a great year at USC this past season, but I'm also just now realizing it's 2 Trojans. That's just now clicking for me. Blackmon was early. They have a couple picks coming up here of 2/5, the 4th, the 5th, the 6th, the 7th, or 2/5. But I think Clark Phillips was there. Maybe there's some medical stuff there, but I would have loved that pick for Minnesota. The Patriots, I never give them a good grade. Love the Gonzalez pick, home run selection. Keon White was a need and good value, and I actually like Marte Mapu. Not like a home run pick, so it's not quite an A- there. I know producer Jack Lauderay wants a wide receiver. 4-4 is coming tomorrow for New England. There's some good receivers. They'll find one there. The Saints, it just screams solid to me. Brian Brzee, Isaiah Foskey, Kendre Miller. Not a home run draft, but a good one. The Giants, Deonte Banks, John Michael Schmitz, and Jalen Hyatt were among the best players, if not the best. I think they were the best player at their position outside of Joey Porter Jr., and I think there might have been a receiver above Hyatt, but not by much. Best player at their position, fills big-time needs. It's great value. The Giants are an easy A grade for me. The New York Jets, B-. I like Will McDonald. I like Joe Tippmann. I just thought it was a bit early for all 3 guys. The Eagles, day one. Jalen Carter, Nolan Smith. I don't love Tyler Steen. That was a little bit early for me on that perspective. I do like Sidney Brown as a safety that the Eagles certainly needed. But the Steen grade dropped it just below an A. They can probably rally tomorrow. But no team had a better draft for me so far than the Pittsburgh Steelers. In A+, Broderick Jones jumping the Jets to get their left tackle. Joey Porter Jr., 2 first-round grades for me. A top 20 player in Darnell Washington who only fell because of the medical. If that works out, it's a steal. Keanu Benton. Pittsburgh is the best drafting team so far, at least for me. And the worst one, the 49ers. I don't care. Kickers cannot go top 100. You traded for a kicker 3 weeks ago. Now you're drafting one? That does not make any sense. I despise a name the last good top 100 kicker. I dare you. That is wasting a draft pick. So I'll be less mean tomorrow on the final grades when they get more picks in there. You took a kicker at 99? Wrong. That's not going to work out. Seattle, B+. I would just love if one time, Seattle could not spend a premium pick on a running back. I like Charbonnet. You have Kareem Walker. Why? I did love round 1, Devin Witherspoon and Jackson Smith and Jigba. Some fantastic picks. Plus, Devin Witherspoon's wearing 21. You're going to be a stud. The Bucks, they took areas of need, and they got the best guy at the need spot for me in each pick. Cody Mauch at North as the guard. Kalijah Cansey from the Bucks, or from Pittsburgh to the Bucks. Yaya Diaby is a sleeper as far as I'm concerned. So I did like that one for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So not the best draft, but it is indeed a solid one. And Tennessee gets an A-. Peter Skoronski, I love it. Will Levis, he's worth the risk in round 2. it just might not work out the best in the end. Tajay Spears, by the way, medical checks out. Going to be a damn good back behind Derrick Henry, for now at least. And finally, the Commanders. Emmanuel Forbes is skinny, but he filled a big need. I do like Quan Martin, the safety from Illinois, quite a bit there. Didn't mind Ricky Stromberg either. It's just a little bit earlier than what I would have preferred for all those guys, so I will give them a B-. And before we go, sound off in the comments the biggest loser from day 2 of the NFL Draft, and we'll see you guys tomorrow for day 3.